Cheers.
Is that coffee?
No, it's water.
I thought it was tequila, maybe.
But, we're kind of early in the day here, so we're responsible.
Hell yeah.
You know what? That. I'm getting a beer. Are you okay with the stout?
Yeah, that's like darker, kind of chocolatey notes. Yeah, I mean, that sounds like me, honestly.
You know who Rasputin was? He was some, like, Russian rebel. They tried to kill this dude, like, 7 different ways, and he would not go down. And then finally, they, like, shot him, like, 6 times and put him in a bag and set him down a freezing river. He got out the bag and, like, walked for, like, 3-4 miles, then died of hypothermia. And when they found him, they said he had, like, a 17-inch. It's in some museum. Welcome to the TedTV studios.
Thank you for having me.
For those who don't know, who are you?
I'm just an artist. I'm just a dude. Plenty of artists. I'm no Rasputin. There's a lot of things that happen in life. I just kind of put it into music. I hope that people engage with that and listen.
Speaking of engagement, didn't you just get engaged?
Yeah, I did. That is over. It was a roller coaster that lasted 2 weeks.
Rated on a 1 to 10.
1 to 10? 11.
It was definitely a 10 in longevity. You motion that, you're willing to, like, stay with something over the long term, but then you didn't have to. So you kind of got the best
I didn't
of both
have
worlds.
to. I like that. I like that that's your perspective, is that I didn't have to.
Just you remember when we met.
So when I graduated high school, I was a huge fan of Fly Union. I don't remember exactly when I met you, but I do remember watching you and, like some of those tour videos. I was a high schooler at Fort Hays, and I just remember, like, looking at this group and feeling like, knowing what I wanted to do and kind of feeling like this is dope that there's people that are doing it from here.
Tell us kind of about your come up, People may recognize this man from his work with Cal Scrooby.
Come up. I think I'm still coming up. I just grew up listening to people like Fly Union, Calvin, obviously, I worked with him closely. Veda, obviously, Ness, R.I.P., P Black. Outside of the people that were my age that I was making music with, those were some of our, like, you know what I mean, like, with trailblazers. I had some opportunities when I was younger with the music, but I don't think I was taking it as seriously as I should have until 2020. My mom passed when I was 20. I was raised by my mother, and when she passed, like, I kind of, like, inherited the house that I grew up in, and certain responsibilities started to fall on me. I spent time in corporate America managing a retail store. I was like kind of working because that's what it felt like was needed for me in life at the time, trying to be stable. And then like the pandemic came around and it was like, yo, stability's not even real.
That was like a nut up or shut up time for a lot of people. I hate studio sessions. And I've been in a bazillion studio sessions. It's like actually my least favorite thing in the world. But you're in there all the time. We see your pictures up on Instagram. Most of the pictures I ever see of you are like stories. You're like pretty much in a dark room making music. Smoking a cigarette, maybe a left-handed cigarette in there every now and again.
You ever seen the ones where it's like I got the cigarette and the blunt in the same hand, like like this, and I'm just. You ever seen those?
That's lunatic behavior.
Yeah, that's my diet plan, really. Like, because I think a lot of people have been looking at me like, yo, Dreamer, where'd you get the abs? And it's like, yeah, it's pretty much just coffee and cigarette.
Not recommended for a healthy heart, but good for abs. You want the studio session obviously to be fun. You want it to be comfortable, but you want it to be productive. What's the Dreamer method?
I literally would just smoke some weed, and I'll be behind the microphone, and I will ask myself, how do I feel? And I'll just say that into the microphone and make it rhyme. There's a level of comfortability you have to have with yourself to just kind of like make mistakes and fail. There's that piece, and then also being open to like collaborate with other people. When I was younger, I just didn't really have that mindset. I was so caught up in having the ability to do everything myself. There's so many people that have good ideas and have so much talent.
What are we leaving behind in 2022?
For me and what I want to do, sometimes you have to like lose the things that are holding you back.
Didn't learn that lesson in 2022. Poetically put, the lesson I learned in 2022 is keep my car doors locked, man. God, the homeless population of Columbus, look, if you're going to get in my car, just be respectful.
How you feel about intimacy in your car?
Last resort. My old car that I just sold had a DVD player in it, and I was hanging out with a girl, and she wanted to watch a DVD in the car, and the DVD player killed my car battery. So I was stuck there. So intimacy in the car, not chill, dude.
I want to know more about the vision for TedTV because I think it's dope as
I kind of did this as like a last resort because I've worked with plenty of people. Stuff hasn't worked out. I was like, you know who I can rely on? Me. If I just man up and try to like overcome my fear of being on camera, because it literally takes everything out of my soul to like do this. I swear, like being on camera is like so unnatural to me, and then also like having to sit there and edit myself, shamelessly promote myself.
It's good though. It's good for the soul to be able to be yourself and share yourself. I mean, are you getting any more comfortable?
I think so, but I think what I realize is that because I am uncomfortable doing it, it's probably the right thing to do.
The things that you're afraid of the most are the things that we ultimately should be doing. But you are a representative for people that are like you. There's people that are looking at me, there's people that are looking at you to like learn in which ways that they want to grow.
I just want to have fun, maybe make some money, you know, put a smile on people's face throughout the day. There's so much that's just serious shit. I try to just give people a relief from that. It's good, been good to catch up. Seems like you're on the right path.
Thank you.
It's a rocky road, but you know, it's the road less traveled. This man, when you hear his stuff, it's all him for the most part. You know, you do collaborations, but for the most part, this man is making the beats, rapping, getting the visuals together, the promo, all that.
I have an album coming out. It's called Psalm 37. I do know that the meek will inherit the earth.
Not Meek Mill.
Maybe it could be Meek Mill. It could be.
The whole world's gonna become Philadelphia.
I released in the last 3 months of the year. I did release 3 albums that I hope people find their way to listen to. Right now, it's about building a fan base, breaking the algorithm, you know. And
if you find out how to break the algorithm, let me know, please.
I have loved growing up in Columbus, Ohio. And right now, it's about making sure that I get out and bring myself to other spaces and make the right connections. So I don't plan on spending a whole lot of time in Columbus.
You heard it here first, folks. It's gonna be Where in the World is Alexander Dreamer, not Carmen San Diego.
Creating the magic, done with the simping. I'm breaking that habit. Fuck all these hoes, them niggas can't